So hello everyone, I bring you all an update. If I sound defeated, I'm more annoyed and irritated at the moment, but I'm trying not to show that too much while I'm recording this. If you all remember, 2 days ago on Sunday, I made a video dedicated to a account on YouTube that suddenly popped up and started making hateful videos towards my online mother, who all of you know is poisonous milk. Well, I have an update on that account, and it's not a good one. In fact, it made me infuriated to figure out, well, find out in a sense. To put it simply and blankly, it has been discovered that this person and many other accounts have all been connected to one person in particular. And that person went by the YouTube name Simpification. Yes, you all heard me correctly. Simpification has been Lilith, has been this pink velvet individual. So those channels that are in this thumbnail, those are all Simp. This was an elaborate plan that they had for over a year. They have basically manipulated Poi, me, our friends, and Poi's audience into feeling sympathy for them over being victims of the same person that Aqua was a victim of. Turns out that victim was none other than the abuser themselves. The supposed victim played the role of the abuser to themselves and to Poi with no remorse whatsoever. And they did this for over a year. And you all want to know the reason for this? The reason is jealousy and attention. Apparently, they were jealous that my online mother was getting attention and that she had people who cared for her, while the simplification, simp, whatever, they were upset and jealous because their content wasn't getting noticed by anyone. Oh, and you know how we really came to that? It was because Poi came up with the theory first that all of them were connected. Then Simp went ahead and used sewer slide baiting to try and escape responsibility. But no, it didn't work. We figured it out, and then they came back on a Pink Velvet account. Oh, they made an alt of that Pink Velvet account too. Because, as we know, because we witnessed it in a live stream today, they aren't sorry for their actions. They aren't one bit. This also came about because us as mods who are on Aqua's channel, we all started to pinpoint things that seemed suspicious about simplification. And when we put everything together, the puzzle was complete, and we figured out the identity, and we figured out that we were all being punked for this whole year. Just because someone was not willing to actually put an effort to let their channel grow. They wanted attention and they got it. It's now going to be negative because their actions are basically for the world to see at this point. There's a whole live stream where, you know what? I'm going to insert those images. I'm going to insert pictures of the new account that Simp made. I'm going to insert all those screenshots of basically kind of what I've said. I probably should have said that earlier, but please make sure you paused and read everything that Pink Velvet had said in the live stream that my online mother Poi basically had earlier. That was 5 hours long. I screenshotted every comment for evidence purposes, and now I'm also going to show some more evidence filled screenshots to you all, so you all know that me and anyone else who talks about this, we're not making any of this up. So the screenshots above show a version of Simp's OC. In order, we have the one that Simp made, and then the one that Pink Velvet made, and then the one that Lilith supposedly made. If you all see, everything basically is to a T. Adjustments are just the same as Simp's, and also the color palette is automatically the same in all of them. Now you tell me how that would happen if they were all different people. I also provided a color palette because I color selected all these colors. I want y'all to tell me. Okay, let's see here. Up next we have end cards to Velvet and Simp's videos. You see that they had both used CapCut and both have spelled my online mother's name completely incorrectly. Which, by the way, was also another lie from Simp because Simp said themselves that they don't have CapCut. Now, Pink Velvet and Simplification both have CapCut and both spelled Poi's name, YouTube channel name, incorrectly. Both spelled it the same way. How did that happen? Up next, we have both Velvet accounts having the same exact description, basically. Also, the thing that stood out to all of us, they went after Poi, me, King, and Simplification. For some reason, there was now another viewer of Poi and another mod. Vile being the mod and Beanie being a viewer. Now, there should be no reason why the account should have any knowledge of them because they aren't really. Me and Poi would make sense because we don't deal with BS. But the others, they don't respond to stuff unless they feel they need to. Also with Sorbet or like any other mod, they don't go after, which is also a pattern. Let's also now get into the pattern that was noticed. So for some reason, Simp always had evidence of claims against Lilith. But whenever me or Poi would ever go to find it, we can't find it for some reason. Red flag. Pink Velvet, for example, here now. They seem to know a lot of things about Lilith and seem to be obsessed with Simp even though their account was made to hate on Poi. The original account, there was one video against Poi, one against me, and then 4 videos against Simp. Why are you now all of a sudden focused on Simp? That wouldn't make sense if you made the account to hate on Poi. Y'all see? Let me see. What else? What else can I say? Yeah, that connection also gave it away. Like, why is now Simp being the focus if all of you are supposed to mainly be hating on Poi? And then, yeah, that red flags that we picked up as of now with this new account. You know what? It's good that I brought up evidence too, because here's also a pattern that we noticed when Simp ever gave evidence. For Lilith, they had all the evidence in the world. You asked for a screenshot, Poi had it. But for anyone else or any other accusation that Simp made, no evidence was ever given. They made these serious claims, but never provided proof of those claims. Why all of a sudden do you not know how to give proof on these claims? Yet with Lilith, you gave all the proof in the world. Something else we noticed. With this new Pink Velvet account, Poi was live about the account. Whenever, Simp did pop up in this live. But the thing was, they always disappeared whenever we were talking about Pink Velvet. And they always came to inform us afterwards. Like after we talked about them. You automatically vanish whenever we were talking about them. You automatically vanished. So they were switching between accounts to make all this. Let's also say that Pink Velvet, they knew things that they should not have known. Things that Simp would know, because certain things Simp was there for. How is Pink Velvet getting this information if they just spawned Sunday? They should know about certain things, even certain people. So that was a pattern we also noticed. So yeah. Oh, also, we had a thing on Poi's channel that was Lilith Slander Day. Simp never participated in that either. Which we now thought was odd. Because we figured, since you were also a victim, wouldn't you somewhat like to slander the person who you were a victim of? But no. They were the only one who didn't. And they were supposed to be another victim like Poi. You'll see what I'm getting at here? So, yeah. Basically, that's the story of the simplification era / Pink Velvet era / Lilith era. That's the story. Basically, someone who was jealous that my online mother had got attention when got attention on their channel. Simplification, Simp, whatever, VZ, whatever now at this point. They were jealous of Poi's attention, and they felt their content wasn't getting recognition that it quote-unquote deserved. So, they decided to pull off this entire ploy to manipulate Poi, us mods, on her channel, and their audience for attention. All this for attention. There is a lot more to this story, but I'm just going to keep what we figured out now, in a sense. If you go on Poison's channel, there are multiple videos documenting things that Lilith / Velvet / Simp has said to her over the years. Yeah. So basically, we were all punked for over a year because someone didn't want to actually put work in to grow their own channel. So, and then it drove them to Silver Slide Bait when they were caught. So, that's the story. I just hope that Poi can recover from all of this. If anything else, if you want to hear probably the full story, there is a 5-hour live stream on Poi's channel. I know some of you probably won't watch everything, but it details basically the whole story of this whole saga. I will leave a link to it in the description of this video. You can watch it if you wish. So, yeah. I'm going to leave things here, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.